So today I'm really excited. We are installing a Eddy Motorsports S-Drive system on the front of the engine. Well, this Eddy Motorsports drive system is perfect. You can see I got great clearance there, and I got clearance down there. So this thing just barely fits, but it does fit, and it's the nicest system that will actually fit in this car. And they also clear powder coat their stuff, so it's not going to get all mangy looking, and you don't have to be in there with a freaking Q-tip trying to polish stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Less maintenance. I'm always down about less maintenance. So, you know, when it comes to the mechanical stuff, I do well. When it comes to the electrical side, I'm actually good at electronics, but I don't like filtering out 3 or 4 manuals and which goes where, and oh, you got to bypass this. That just drives me up the wall. So I did get some good stuff happening in here. It's not as cluttered as it looked before when I started. And I got all my raw cables coming out one side right now, so I still got to figure out where they're going. And then I forgot that I got to deal with all the electrical side of the air conditioner, and when I started looking at that 100-page manual, it was like, oh my god. It's just another cluster F. So I'm just going to tackle one thing at a time, and you know, try to get all this stuff in some kind of logical process, I guess. I did install my fuel regulator, and this is going to be where my dryer goes, and that's kind of all ready to go. I'm kind of waiting on doing my reservoirs on this side just until I get the wiring done. It's less stuff I got to maneuver around, but this stuff over here was actually in my way because it was connected and all kind of drooping in the way, so now I just got it against the wall and out. So there you have it. I know I don't sound excited in my voice because I know what I have to do back there, but this looks badass, and I am really excited about this. And it's one more box not sitting in my garage, so I'm really happy about that. I'm even more excited about that because, you know, I bought this a while ago, and now to see it on there, it's great. So this was an easy process. You know, very well done manual. Everything about it was just simple. The biggest thing that you got to worry about with this, of course, is scratching it. And number 2 is over torquing the bolts. You just don't want to over torque the bolts at all. I would say about 80% of the bolts is using anti-seize on it, and then the rest is using a Loctite on it. So things like this and that are Loctite, and then the rest of this is all kind of anti-seize. So I'm actually starting to use the orange Loctite, which is as strong as red, but you could actually break it by hand. So if you don't know about that, that's pretty cool new technology they have. So I'm using some of that stuff. The only thing in the manual it didn't actually say to use blue or red, and I would assume it would be blue, but maybe not. So that's why I went with the orange. The orange just kind of took care of both those issues. Didn't matter if it was blue or red. I got red strength with blue removability. So that kind of fit that. So all in all, the other thing is, you know, I went with like a satin sheen because it matches the satin of the frame, matches the satin here. So I'm kind of going for a more muscle, flat satin kind of look when it comes to the engine side of it. And then of course, total bling on the actual paint and the outside of the car. So I think it's gonna work out pretty well. And you know, it's been a long time since I talked about it, but I got my remote coils on this side already ready to go. It's not fully installed, but kind of there and wired up. I needed to kind of get this stuff going before I could install my my remote coils there. So I gotta get in here and do a lot of stuff with the solenoid and the wires, and I'm gonna have to take this whole exhaust area out so I could get some more room in here to actually work, but I needed to put this in originally to give me an idea of how much space I do have, which honestly is not much. So I got to really, get this stuff all routed. So it's a process. And then the other thing is I actually thought my alternator was going to be on this side. And so I had my wires laying in this side, but then it ended up being that it's on this side. So I'm going to kind of have to mess around with the wires back there to get the right length and all that. But it's coming together. No complaints. Just wish I could put, a 12-hour day and get some stuff done, but I just hit these kind of mental walls lately and just can't put it together. So, but it is what it is. I'll show you the back here. We got our power cable for the actual car, and then got some power cables for our EFI system. And what's great about this is this cable's long enough that I could steal some of this really nice covering and put it over some of this stuff so it doesn't look like that and looks nice over the engine. So there's a few spots, maybe that, I'm not sure. But like my main alternator cable is in this stuff, and I'd rather switch it out so everything looks like this, look a lot nicer. So, and if that doesn't fit, I'll get some stuff from the store, no big deal. So that's about it for this one. Thanks for checking it out, and have a great day.